So after this you write ionization of water. Ionization of water. So what is ionization of water? Let us try to understand. So ionization means breaking down into ions. Okay. So water in the last class, as we have discussed, is an amphoteric substance. What do you mean by amphoteric substance? What did I say about amphoteric substances last class? Yes. Amphoteric substance কি কৈছিলো মনত আছে নে সোয়াসুন?
Act as both acid and base.
So they can act both as an acid as well as a base. So water is a substance which can lose H plus as well as gain H plus. H plus lose koribo pare, H plus gain koribo pare. As a result of which it will act as an amphoteric substance. Okay. Now, because water acts as an amphoteric substance, so we will consider 2 moles of water, but 2 molecules of water. Okay. Say H2O plus H2O reversible. If one of the water accepts H plus from other water, it will be converted to H3O plus, and the other water which will be losing H plus will become OH minus. Okay, so water combines with another water to produce hydronium ion and OH minus. So any one of them acts as acid, whereas the other acts as a base. So when equilibrium is established between all of them, this is called hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. This is called hydroxyl ion. Okay, OH minus is called hydroxyl, H3O plus is called hydronium ion. So when equilibrium is established, so there will be an equilibrium constant. There will be an equilibrium constant. So K is equal to H3O plus into OH minus divided by H2O square, because it is H2O into H2O. Now this being a pure liquid, the concentration of pure water is always taken to be constant. So when it is multiplied with the equilibrium constant, we get this expression. So this is referred to as Kw, which is another new constant, which is a product of two constants. So Kw is product of hydronium ion concentration and hydroxyl ion concentration. So here Kw is called ionization constant of water. Here Kw is called ionization constant of water. So what is ionization constant of water? It is the product of concentration of hydronium ion concentration into hydroxyl ion concentration. So Kw is equal to H3O plus concentration into OH minus concentration. এইখিনি লৈকে বুজি পাইছা না নাই চোৱাচোন? Up to this much, is it clear or not? Just see.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. So Kw is also called ionic product of water. কেতিয়াবা তাক ionic product of water বুলিও কোৱা হয়. its value is constant at a given temperature. At a particular temperature or Kw value to constant. Okay, its value is constant at a given temperature. But as the temperature changes, the value of Kw will also change. Kw value to change hobo with the change in temperature. Otherwise, if temperature is fixed, it will remain the same. It's not going to change. At 25 degrees Celsius, Kw is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 14. So for standard of reference, we generally take 25 degrees Celsius, whose value is 10 to the power minus 14. Just write it down. Give me a minute. Vijay, Likha, can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So temperature to temperature, Kw value to change hobo. So 25 degrees Celsius or Kw is 10 to the power minus 14. So আমি 25 ডিগ্রি সেলসিয়াস লইয়ে গোটেখিনি কনসিডার করিম. Now remember one thing, that when we talk about an acid, so acidic characteristic is measured in terms of hydronium ion concentration. It measures the strength of an acid. It measures the strength of an acid. Whereas OH minus measures the strength of a base. So OH minus measures the strength of a base and H3O plus measures the strength of an acid. So if we talk about pure water, যদি water to pure হয়, তার মানে neutral হয়, neither acidic nor basic, তেতিয়া হলে concentration of H3O plus আৰু concentration of OH minus সমান হ'ব নহয় জানো?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now since at 25 degrees Celsius, Kw is 1 into 10 to the power minus 14. So we can simply write 10 to the power minus 14 যদি হয়, তেতিয়া can we write third bracket H3O plus into third bracket OH minus is equal to 10 to the power minus 14. And যেহেতু দুইটাই সমান, so in place of OH minus we can place H3O plus again. So it will be H3O plus square is equal to 10 to the power minus 14, or H3O plus is equal to 10 to the power minus 7. See whether it is understood or not.
Yes, sir. Understood.
বাকি কেটা বুঝি পাইছে?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. কিন্তু যদি water acidic হয়, for acidic water, suppose we add some acid from outside to water, তেতিয়া হলে তো দুইটা সমান নহব। H3O plus will be greater than OH minus or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. তো যদি H3O plus OH minus অতকে বেশি হয়, তেতিয়া হলে can we write H3O plus will be greater than 10 to the power minus 7? Because the neutral point is 10 to the power minus 7. If it is acidic in nature, then will not the H3O plus ions be greater than 10 to the power minus 7?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Same way for basic water. Water যদি বেসিক হয়, তার যদি মই বাহিৰৰ পৰা বেস এটা এড কৰো, তেতিয়া হলে H3O plus will be less than OH minus হব। Therefore H3O plus will be less than 10 to the power minus 7 হব না?
Yes, sir.
We are expressing everything in terms of H3O plus only. তো যদি neutral হয়, H3O plus will be equal to 10 to the power minus 7. যদি acidic হয়, H3O plus will be greater than 10 to the power minus 7. আর যদি basic হয়, then H3O plus will be less than 10 to the power minus 7. Up to this much, is it understood? কাৰোবাৰ কিবা যদি ডাউট আছে, you can ask me. ঠিকে আছে?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So water has an amphoteric character. It means that it has both acidic character, which is measured in terms of H3O plus, as well as basic character, which is measured in terms of OH minus. Now, let me give you a question. The question says at 363 Kelvin, pure water has H3O plus concentration equal to 10 to the power minus 6 molar. Temperature is not 25 degrees Celsius. The temperature is, if had it been 25 degrees Celsius, I would have written 298 Kelvin. The temperature is changed. Pure water has H3O plus equal to 10 to the power minus 6 molar. Calculate the value of Kw at this temperature. Calculate the value of Kw at this temperature. So it is 10 to the power minus 6 molar, but we have seen that যদি temperature to 25 degrees Celsius হয়, তেতিয়া হলে কিন্তু 10 to the power minus 6 is acidic medium, because 10 to the power minus 6 is greater than 10 to the power minus 7. But here the temperature is changed, and because it's pure water, so we can write for pure water, third bracket H3O plus is equal to third bracket OH minus. It is always applicable, no matter whatever be the temperature. If H3O plus is 10 to the power minus 6. Then OH minus will also be same. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, Kw, which is product of third bracket H3O plus into OH minus, will not it be 10 to the power minus 6 into 10 to the power minus 6? That is 10 to the power minus 12. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I said, temperature to temperature, the value of Kw changes. At 25 degrees Celsius, it was 10 to the power minus 14, but here it's not 25 degrees Celsius, it is something else, which comes out to be 10 to the power minus 12. So jodi Kw 10 to the power minus 12 hoy, and water is neutral, neither acidic nor basic, then obviously the midpoint will be 10 to the power minus 6, at which it will be neutral, where H3O plus and OH minus concentration will be same. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. I hope every one of you have understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Next question लिखूं. Calculate third bracket H3O plus and OH minus at 25 degrees Celsius in number A 0.02 molar HNO3 solution. Calculate third bracket H3O plus and OH minus at 25 degrees Celsius in 0.02 molar HNO3 solution. So how we are going to calculate it? Let us see. HNO3 is a strong acid. So HNO3 in aqueous medium will completely break down to give H plus plus NO3 minus. Kiba step buzina pale kudiba. So এইটোৰ concentration যদি 0.02 molar হয় HNO3 তেতিয়া H plus 0.02 molar হ'ব. And H plus 0.02 molar যদি হয়, it will be 10 to the power minus 2. In exponential form, we can write it as 10 to the power minus 2. H plus aqueous আৰু H3O plus একে কথা. When I write H plus aqueous, it is same as that of writing H3O plus. So don't think they are different. তার মানে আমি H3O plus or concentration 2 পালু. So therefore, H3O plus is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 molar. Now, since at 25 degrees Celsius, whose the Kw value is already known to us, Kw is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 hoy. So therefore, H3O plus multiplied with OH minus equals 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. Or OH minus will be equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by H3O plus concentration kiman? Oh, bhul korlu no? The product of these two is 10 to the power minus 40. Kw is 10 to the power minus 40. So this will be 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. Kiman hoy sailwa? First, you see whether all the steps are clear to you or not.
Sir, can you explain the H plus equals to H3O plus step? Where did it come
মানে
from?
এই যে তোমার H plus aqueous যে আমি কও তার মানে কি H plus is surrounded by water molecules ঠিক আছে H plus যেতিয়া aqueous mediumত থাকে তার মানে it is surrounded by water molecules তো H plus আৰু water log লাগি H3O plus বনায় and that is what I am saying that writing H plus aqueous and writing H3O plus are same things মানে H plus in water is H3O plus clear
Yes, sir.
তার মানে both are same in some book you will write H plus aqueous in some books you may get H3O plus but both are same তো এইটো কিমান আহিছে ultimately
Sir, 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 12.
বা আমি লিখিব পাৰো 5 into 10 to the power minus 13 নহয় জানো
Yes, sir.
molar so 5 into 10 to the power minus 13 molar clear
Yes, sir.
okay I hope everyone has written and understood the steps
Yes, sir.
okay let us try out the second question then the thing will be more clear to you question is same calculate the concentration of H3O plus and OH minus at 25 degrees Celsius number 2 0.005 molar KOH solution. So KOH is a strong base. Okay, KOH is a strong base. So with the help of OH minus, we will now be calculating the H2 plus. So K plus aru OH minus jodi dise, how much is the K plus? 0.005 molar. So this is also going to give us 0.005 molar because the ratio is 1:1, which can be written as 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 molar. So we get OH minus concentration is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 molar. OH minus concentration is 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 molar. At 25 degrees Celsius, H3O plus into OH minus is equal to 10 to the power minus 14. So H3O plus will be equal to 10 to the power minus 14 divided by third bracket OH minus, whose value is known to us. So this will come out to be 10 to the power minus 14 divided by 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. Check it out, how much it is coming.
So 2 into 10 to the power minus 12.
2 into 10 to the power
Minus 12 molar.
minus 12 molar. See, both the solutions are clear to you or not? Fuji Paisa?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after understanding the concept of hydronium ion concentration and OH minus, we come across the fact that for pure water or acidic water or basic water, the concentration of H3O plus or OH minus is very, very small. And it is coming out in the range of 10 to the power minus something. And whenever we deal with 10 to the power minus minus something, so these values are not so convenient for calculation purpose. Exponential values are always difficult to be dealt with. Hey karone, এই values bilagok eta simple scale of convert koribole, it was introduced that we are going to express the concentration of H3O plus and OH minus in terms of a new scale which is called pH scale. A very, very important concept. pH scale. So write down the next topic as pH scale. What is a pH scale? In order to, first we write the reason for introducing the pH scale. P to horu hobo, H to dangor hobo. In order to represent the hydrogen ion concentration that is H plus aqueous or H3O plus, any one of them. Both are same. In terms of molarity, Sorensen, the name of the scientist who introduced the pH scale, introduced a logarithmic scale called the pH scale. Logarithmic scale called the pH scale. So pH stands for minus log of H3O plus. pH stands for minus log of H3O plus. So minus logarithm of H3O plus is called the pH. Now, why we are introducing minus log in front of H3O plus? so that whatever exponential values 10 raised to the power negative value, when you put minus log of something in front of it, then it is converted to a simple number. Say for example, minus log of 10 to the power minus 3. What is it? It is minus 3 multiplied with minus log 10, which comes out to be simply 3, because log of 10, remember, is 1. গতিকে যি নাম্বাৰ আমি 10 ৰ ওপৰত নেগেটিভ ফৰ্মত আছিল, সেইটোৰ ওপৰত যদি মই মাইনাছ লগ বহাই দিওঁ, then it will be reduced to a number 3. So similarly, minus log of 10 to the power minus x will be simply x. So hence pH scale is introduced to convert all these exponential values to simple values. ঠিক আছে? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So simply you'll have to remember 10 to the power minus something will be converted to that something when you are putting minus log. So etia pH scale to jehetu ami introduce koriye disu. So what we are going to do now, number 1, for pure water which is neutral at 25 degrees Celsius, what was the value of H3O plus? 10 to the power minus 7 asile noy. So therefore minus log of H3O plus will be equal to minus log of 10 to the power minus 7. Now this is nothing but pH. This will be 7. Clear or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Acha, etia for pure acidic water sound. For acidic water at 25 degrees Celsius, we'll keep the temperature same. H3O plus was greater than 10 to the power minus 7. So minus log of H3O plus will become less than minus log of 10 to the power minus 7. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Have you noticed if this is greater than, this becomes less than? Why? Why the inequality sign gets reversed in the next step?
Because of the negative sign, sir.
Because of the negative sign. We write 3 greater than 2. কিন্তু দুটাৰ সন্মুখতে মই যদি negative sign বহাই দিওঁ, then minus 3 will become less than minus 2. Understood? So pH will be less than 7. pH 7 otkoy kom hobo. Acidic medium or kind. So for acidic medium, remember pH is less than 7. Third, baki thakil for basic water. For basic water at 25 degrees Celsius, H3O plus was less than 10 to the power minus 7. So therefore minus log of H3O plus will be greater than minus log of 10 to the power minus 7. So pH will be greater than 7. pH will be greater than 7. তো বেস যদি থাকে সলিউশনত বা বেসিক সলিউশন যদি হয় pH will exceed 7. Acidic যদি হয় pH will be less than 7. And exactly neutral হলে neither acidic nor basic যদি হয় then it will be 7. Provided the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. কারণ টেম্পারেচার টু চেঞ্জ করার লগে লগে কিন্তু গোটেইখিনি চেঞ্জ হৈ যাব ঠিক আছে
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
understood everyone up to this much? Can I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. তো p যে আমি দিছো স্মল p তার মানে হল মাইনাস লগ কার উপৰত বহাইছা হেতুৰ ওপৰত ডিপেন্ড কৰি আমি pH pOH pKw তেনেকুৱা ডিসাইড কৰো তো so far whatever we have discussed I have been discussing for pH only. So it has been calculated that যেনেকে pH minus log of H3O plus হয় ঠিক তেনেকুৱাকে pOH minus log of OH minus হ'ব আৰু pKw minus log of KW হ'ব ঠিক আছে so p ৰ ঠাইত just minus log টো বহাই দিলে হ'ব so next thing that we will discuss is question eta lekha derive the relation pH plus pOH is equal to 14 at 25 degrees Celsius. তার মানে 25 degrees Celsius of the relation between pH and pOH কি হয় it is the addition of the two is equal to 14 কেনেকে তুমি derive করিবা at 25 degrees Celsius we know that product of these two is equal to 10 to the power minus 14. This is what we have been getting again and again. So applying log on both sides. If we apply log on both sides, what will I get? Log of H3O plus log of OH minus is equal to log of 10 to the power minus 14. You must be knowing that when log is applied on product of the two, log of A into B is equal to log of A plus log of B. Jana na na eto?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Etia pH anibo lage. So pH is not log of H3O plus, it is minus log of H3O plus. So gute getar logot jodi minus eta bhorai diu, or we can write minus log of H3O plus minus log of OH minus equal to minus log of 10 to the power minus 14. So this is pH. This is POH. This will be 14. So hence proved. So if you know the value of pH, you can easily calculate the value of POH at 25 degrees Celsius simply by subtracting pH from 14. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Written, can I proceed? Have you completed writing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. তো এতিয়ালৈকে আমি এটা বস্তু ডিসকাস কৰি আছো যে 25 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াস pH plus POH is 14. But what if the temperature is increased? So that we need to understand on the basis of this question. Explain how the value of pH and POH changes with temperature. Temperature or lower pH বা POH কেনেকে change হয়. So 25 degrees Celsius of it's established that the sum of the two is 14. But what if the temperature is lowered or increased? So in order to understand it, let us consider the ionization of water. Let us consider the ionization of water, which is H2O plus H2O, reversible H3O plus plus OH minus. Now, can anybody tell me this breaking down of water to give H plus and OH minus is an endothermic process or exothermic process?
Endothermic.
Endothermic. Why? Why do you think so? Because energy is required to break anything, and because water is breaking down to give H plus and OH minus, so it has to be endothermic. So we can write delta H is equal to positive for it. So the moment I write delta H equal to positive, the forward direction is endo, backward direction is exo, isn't it? According to Le-Chatelier's principle, what we have learned some days back, Le-Chatelier principle কয় যদি এটা reaction equilibrium or আছে and you want to disturb it by increasing the temperature, then the reaction will proceed towards endothermic direction. And if you decrease the temperature, it will move towards exothermic direction. So according to Le-Chatelier's principle, increase in temperature will shift the reaction towards endothermic direction. And what is the endothermic direction for this? Forward. Isn't it? So আমি যদি increase করুন temperature, the reaction will proceed more in the forward direction. And if the reaction proceeds more in the forward direction, there will be increase in the concentration of both H3O plus and OH minus. If H3O plus increases, what will happen to the pH? Can anybody tell me?
Less than 7, sir.
No, forget about 7 or less than 7. Increase hobo na decrease hobo hetu koa. Jodi H3O plus increase hoy, tetia pH ki hobo?
Decrease.
It will decrease. Kyo? Because pH is negative log of H3O plus. So jodi H3O plus increase hoy ase, pH decrease hobo. Jodi OH minus increase hoy ase, then what will happen to the POH?
It will increase.
That will also decrease. H3O plus will increase hoy ase, OH minus will increase hoy ase, no, in the forward direction. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if both are increasing, that means pH and POH both will decrease or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And if both decreases, then obviously the addition of pH plus POH will not be 14. It will be less than that of 14. Clear? So 25 degrees Celsius hote okol addition of pH and POH will be 14. But at higher temperature, both pH and POH will decrease. So the addition of the two will be less than 14. Lower temperature of ki hobo? Lower temperature of the reaction will proceed in the backward direction. So what will happen to the concentrations of H3O plus and OH minus? Yes, if you decrease the temperature, what will happen to the concentration of H3O plus and OH minus?
Decrease, sir. Decrease.
They will decrease. And if they decrease, what will happen to pH and POH value?
Increase.
That will increase. So addition of pH and POH will also increase or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So according to Le-Chatelier's principle, increase in temperature will shift the reaction towards endothermic direction, that is forward, as a result of which both H3O plus as well as OH minus will increase, resulting in decrease of pH and POH respectively. Hence, pH as well as POH decreases with rise in temperature. So temperature बढ़ाई दिया लगे लगे কি হবো pH আৰু POH দুইটাই কমি আহিব, both will decrease. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So only at 25 degrees Celsius pH and POH the addition of the two will be 14. But at higher temperature the sum of the two will be less than 14, and at lower temperature the summation of the two, the addition of the two will be greater than 14. Now this is a very important concept, but for our numerical purpose we always consider the temperature to be 25 degrees Celsius. for which pH plus pOH equal to 14. তার মানে আমি 25 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছত যোনটো স্কেল পালো ranging from 0 to 14 তাত মাজৰ value 7 is considered to be neutral. Okay, neither acidic nor basic. But the more you are moving towards 14, it will be becoming more and more basic. And as you are moving more and more towards 0, then it will be acidic. It will hold 25 degrees Celsius or kotha. Kintu, যদি মই টেম্পারেচারটো বঢ়াই দিও এতিয়া অকনমান আগত এটা কোয়েশ্চন কৰিছিলো 363 কেলভিন which is higher than that of 25 degrees Celsius. So at that particular temperature, acha 363 কিমান হয় ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াসত কনভার্ট কৰি দিও, so it will be 90 degrees Celsius. 90 হবে না?
Yes, sir.
So 90 degrees Celsius of a question mote Kw was coming out to be minus 12, 10 to the power minus 12. So 10 to the power minus 12 jodi Kw hoy, tetia pKw will be 12. So at 90 degrees Celsius, you will see that the pH scale gets shortened. It is 0 to 12. So 0 to 12 jodi horu hoy gol scale 2 কোন পয়েন্টত নিউট্রাল বলি ধরিম এতিয়া 6 কারণ মাজৰ ভ্যালুটো নিউট্রাল হ'ব হদায়, তো এইটো যদি নিউট্রাল হয় তেতিয়া বাকিখিনি বেসিক গ্রেটার দেন 6 বেসিক হ'ব and less than 6 acidic হ'ব. So the more you keep on increasing the temperature, lesser will be the length of the scale. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Aru temperature jimane komai thakim, the length of the scale will keep on increasing and the neutral point will keep on shifting towards right. But as we are increasing the temperature, the neutral point is continuously shifting towards left. Understood? বুজি পাইছা এখিনি?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So more or less you will see that the Le-Chatelier's principle is applicable wherever any reaction attains equilibrium, and that is why Le-Chatelier's principle should be very well understood. Question eta likha, calculate the pH of the following solutions calculate the pH of the following solutions at 25 degrees Celsius. Calculate the pH of the following solutions at 25 degrees Celsius. 0.1 molar HCl. So as usual, we will break it down. HCl aqueous gives H plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous. If this is 0.1 molar, then this is also 0.1 molar. We are not concerned about Cl minus. Cl minus is also 0.1 molar. Into Cl minus has nothing to do with pH. So pH has directly to do with H plus. So আমি exponential termত লৈ যাওঁ 10 to the power minus 1 molar বনাই দিওঁ so pH as you know is minus log of H3O plus concentration so it will be minus log of 10 to the power minus 1 so what will the answer come out to be 1 clear
Yes, sir.
try out this one 0.02 molar H2SO4 which is also acidic how you are going to break down H2SO4 tell me H2SO4 ভাঙিলে কি produce কৰিব কেইটা H plus produce কৰিব
2H plus
2H plus আৰু এটা সালফেট আয়ন তো এইটো যদি 0.02 মোলাৰ হয় তেতিয়া H plus ৰ তলত কিমান দিবা
0.04.
ডাবল হৈ যাব 0.04 মোলাৰ which is 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 into 10 to the power minus 2. So pH will be minus log of H3O plus. So this will be minus log of 4 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this is minus log 4 plus 2. Acha, log 4 keneke ulaba? While doing the numericals on pH, you said something? How to calculate log 4, do you know?
2 square. We can take it as 2 square.
Okay, then it will become 2 log 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is minus 2. So we can write like this. So 2 into minus log 2 plus 2. How much is log 2?
0.3010.
0.3010. How do you calculate that?
Sir, from log table.
You know how to use the log table?
Yes, sir.
So what will you see in the log table to get the value of log 2 or log 3 or log 4? Log table starts from 10. But how will you get the value of 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9? If you open the log table, which will be very much required in the next class, I hope all of you have log table at your homes. Do you have it? You can search for the practical copies. Chemistry practical copies have log tables in it. Okay. Or any book, NCERT book has got log table in it. So log table to khonmukhot rakhiba. For the time being, let me explain how to calculate the log table of single digit values. So in the log table, which starts from 10, okay, 10 onwards, there is no scope of any single digit number. So suppose I'm interested to look at the log value of 2. So you will have to see for 20. So in the log table, you will have such type of columns up to 9. And again, at the extreme right hand side, there are sleeker columns. Horu horu column ketaman ase. 1, 2, 3, 4 jak ami এইটো up to 9 আছে, that is called mean difference table. Mean difference. So when you look at the log table, you will see that in front of 20, 0.3010 is written. Only 3010. Okay, so listen very carefully. I'm explaining how to calculate the log values. So in front of 20, you are given 3010. These values are called mantissa. And there are two terms involved in order to get the log value. One is called characteristic and the other is mantissa. So mantissa is known to us 3010. Mantissa is calculated on the basis of log table. But characteristic sabole, you simply have to look at the number. If the number has got n number of digits, then the characteristic of it will be n minus 1. Now, if you look at the digit 2, how many digits are there in 2?
1.
1. So তার যদি number of digit 1 হয় তেতিয়া characteristic কিমান হ'ব 2?
0.
0. So characteristic will be 0. Then you have to put a point, and mantissa, for which the log table has to be seen, it will be 3010. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
তো ঠিক তেনেকুৱাকে log 3 যদি ওলাব লগা হয়, what is the characteristic of log 3?
0.
0. And mantissa, you have to look at the log table, and for looking at the value of 3, whose value you should see? There is no
30.
3 in the log table. 30. 30 0 saba. So that way you will get. So hence we get pH is equal to minus 2 into 0.3010 plus 2. So 2 minus 0.6020. Kiman hoy Sailwa? This will be the pH of 0.02 molar H2SO4. How much will it come? Just see.
Sir, 1.3980.
1.3980. 1.3980. So obviously the value comes out to be less than 7, because for acids the pH has to be always less than 7 as the temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. So the two examples that I have given, one with HCl and the other with H2SO4, we could calculate pH directly because both were acids. Let us move on to the third example. 0.03 molar NaOH. What kind of substance is NaOH? Acid or base?
Base.
Now, if it is a base, will it give H plus or OH minus?
OH
OH minus.
And if it gives OH minus, can you calculate pH or POH directly?
POH directly.
And jodi tumi POH jana, can you calculate finally pH?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Subtracting it from 14. So that is the main idea. So NaOH aqueous will break down to give Na plus aqueous plus OH minus. If this is 0.03 molar, this is also 0.03 molar. ठीक है? So POH will be minus log of OH minus, which is minus log of 3 into 10 to the power minus. That will be 2 minus of log 3. So as I said, 3 is also a single digit number. Characteristic will be 0 point. And when you open up the log table and look for 30's 0, 30 or Honmukhor number 2, it will come out to be 4771. Don't calculate the value now, because what you are asked is pH, not POH. So therefore, pH will be 14 minus this whole value. 14 minus 2 is 12. Minus of minus is plus. So you get 12.4771. See whether it is understood or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the value of pH is less than 7 or greater than 7?
Greater than 7.
Greater than 7. Because for a base, it has to be greater than 7. Now all of you try yourself the fourth one, which is also a strong base. So let me make it 0.02 molar calcium hydroxide. Try it out. Let me see how many of you can do it.
Sir, is it 12.6020?
0 point. How much you said?
Sir, 12.602.
I'm not getting your voice properly. Let me see. Any other one? Any other person who is getting the answer?
So 12.6020.
12.602. Oh, so he also might be saying the same result. Calcium hydroxide breaks down to give calcium 2 plus 2 OH minus ions. All are aqueous. I'm not putting aqueous. Let me put aqueous because in aqueous medium only the ionization takes place. So if it is 0.02 molar, this will be 0.04 molar, which is 4 into 10 to the power minus 2 molar. So POH will be minus log of OH minus, which is minus log of 4 into 10 to the power minus 2, which is 2 minus log of 4. So pH will be 14 minus 2 minus log of 4, or 12 plus log of 4. So either you can write 2 square, or you can directly go to the log table to look at 40 is 0. So in both cases, it is coming out to be 0.6020. So it will be 12.6020. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I hope this much is clear to everyone.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. তো এই যে 4টা এক্সাম্পল আমি লইছো, all the 4 are strong electrolytes. That means whatever is the concentration of the reactant, the products will be proportionally, okay, the same or multiple of some value. But instead, if I would have taken a weak electrolyte, then the whole of it is not getting dissociated and there will be a reversible sign. So in that case, you must know what fraction of it is getting dissociated, and accordingly we will have to calculate the value of pH and pOH. For strong electrolyte, it is very clear that whatever is the concentration of the reactant, accordingly the product will be either the same or multiple of the same value. Into weak electrolyte or hetero, as only a small fraction of it is getting dissociated. If it is 0.02 and if it is a weak electrolyte, only a small fraction will get dissociated. So for that, you must know what is the degree of dissociation, what fraction is getting dissociated, and accordingly we will have to calculate the H plus and OH minus concentration, and from that finally the pH and pOH needs to be calculated. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So next day we will discuss about the ionization constants of weak acid and weak bases, and we'll come across a very important relation that will be required in class 12 as well. Though we have already discussed what is degree of dissociation, what is a weak electrolyte, I think in the last class. So how to find out pH and pOH for weak acids and weak bases, that we will learn the next class. Okay, thank you. Good night all of you.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Okay, log table
Bye,
to
sir.
rakhiba next class in front of you so that I can explain it. ঠিক আছে?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye bye.